So I don't have the ultimate answer to what would stop the violence, because I think it's definitely layered. But for starters, there's just too many guns on the street. I mean, a kid can get a gun like so easy, before he could get a bank loan or whatever. So I definitely think there's way too many guns available to just any old person on the street. And then when you do commit a crime, you're not being prosecuted, you're not being really charged and held accountable for your actions. So we just have a lot of criminals on the street that, don't deserve to be free. And so those are two things. And then also the kids now, I just think they don't have enough to do. There's just not enough to do. They're being heavily distracted. This whole pandemic, put people in different situations. So I think the young kids, they're not working jobs, they're not in school, and so that leads them to crime. So that's just a few things I think that would help. As far as this country is concerned, I'm concerned about my safety and my health, because I think they're playing a lot of games with both right now. And like I say, me being a holistic practitioner, that's just a touchy subject, with everything that's going on. But keep yourself together, keep your health up, mental health, spiritual health, physical health. Keep in the best shape that you can. When we check out, when our time is up, that's not on our time. You know what I mean? That's up to the creator. So I don't fear anything, but I'm definitely shaky with all like the carjackings and whatnot. It's just, it makes you feel uneasy. It just, I remember a time when we could just be more carefree, and right now you can't. Like, I mean, I'm hearing Hyde Park is having just random shootings in broad daylight. That's unacceptable. So, yeah, we got to work on that. As far as everything that's going on right now with injustices and racism and separation and division, I think that it's just really a quest for control, by the elites. It's always about money. If you follow the money, you'll know what's going on. And so they want to divide and conquer. They've been using this tactic for I don't know how long. And so the easiest way to take power and take control is to confuse the people. There's all type of misinformation out right now to confuse you, so no one knows what's right and exact. You know what I mean? So that's why I say just stick to your guns and stick to your intuition and stick to what works for you and what you know to be true. Because if you Google it or listen to somebody else, they might send you off. So stick to your guns, stick to do what you do, but it ultimately comes down to power and control and greed. And so, the little people like me, we're just stuck in the middle of it. I'm not making money. I'm not making billions of dollars off this pandemic. The way it's going right now, I do not see a healthy future with this country. If anything, it's falling to pieces, which is not a bad thing because you have to destroy to rebuild. So I'm cool with that. I'm actually more excited to do something fresh and have a restart. And let's just burn it down, because the way that this country is moving is not good at all. I mean, people are whole lives have been shattered. People are out of their homes. They have no jobs. Everything is an inflation crisis. It's a violent, pandemic going. I mean, it's just so many things that will take you out sooner than you would be around. Yep. So it's just a matter of time until it all falls down. So, like I said, we got to go through it to get to the next level. So, I'm excited to, let it go, start over fresh, because we can't go on the way that we're going. Yes, music, soul music, hip hop music definitely can bring people together. I mean, like you said, it's been done before. It's the most popular music out there. Except the music that's being promoted and being pushed is actually negative. It's actually death music. It's like what I call the death culture. And so, I mean, what good is in that? I mean, I'm not trying to off myself. I'm not trying to take myself out of here. So the music needs to shift in a more positive light, in my opinion, for it to be able to make a greater change for the better. So people are definitely being programmed. I mean, their thoughts are not their own thoughts. They're being programmed by the media, all the TV shows, all the music, all the news. I mean, all that is seeping into your brain. Little do you know, your subconscious is picking all that up. And the key for them, these powers that be, is for destruction, death and destruction. I mean, they want total control, total power. Like I said, they're greedy, and so you're worth more dead than you are alive. You know what I mean? A lot of these rappers, I think it was just stated like 200 rappers died in like a year or something like that. That's crazy. There's like opioid crisis. There's a drug problem. People are doing lean and just doing all these destructive things. I mean, it's scientific. We know if you do that to your body, it's gonna wilt away. It's gonna rot. So I think that it's a plan to dumb people down, get them on a lower frequency, a lower chakra, so that they'll do low vibrational things, and so that comes out through the music. They'll sign you if you agree to do these things. There's a lot of artists out right now that are doing it solely for the money. But I think it's monkey see, monkey do. The artists that do want to come out, they feel like they have to follow suit. They feel like they have to be like the next person. Because if you notice, there's no originality. Everybody's the same. All these records sound the same. All these people look the same. All these littles and youngs, I can't tell the difference. So it's like they're just playing in the game it's like a trap. That is the trap. Trap music. You're in the trap. You're in the music industry trap. And so, they don't want to sign the Wise Intelligence and the Sister Soldiers and people like that, because that goes against what they want to promote and what they want to push. Yeah, I would say independent is definitely the way. You'll get more out of it, so you won't get jerked. You won't have this sob story at the end that you got robbed and duped and shelved and, this, that, and the other. If you take control, you'll have control. And so I think, yeah, it's just you're better off that way. I don't know exactly what the new wave is, because I'm kind of still on the older wave, but again, it's just truth telling, originality. Be yourself, be creative, come up with something new. Try a different sound, try a different style, try a different flow. I'm not against what the young kids are doing completely, but I just think we need to like liven it up. Like we need a workshop. You know what I mean? Artist workshop. So to bring it back to the core values of like the purpose of doing this. The purpose is not to be self-gloating and just, I'm famous. That's not the purpose. So I think if people really stripped everything down, all the material, all the fanfare, stripped it down to actual music and integrity and quality, it would be a whole different game. I think people don't find their gifts and they're unhappy in some type of way is because they're not like comfortable with themselves. They don't sit with themselves and let intuition speak. Like I said, there's so many layers of things that are distracting you on a daily basis. I mean, we're damn near cyborgs now. I mean, everybody has a damn cell phone, and it's like you'll go crazy if you lose that cell phone, if you don't have that cell phone. So I think if we just tap back into quiet, like meditate, like prayer, like just straight up let it all go on a retreat, go in nature, do what you got to do to actually hear that voice that your soul is speaking through. And I think people just do things to stay busy and to make it seem like they're doing more than they are, and just to keep up a front basically. And it's just like that's not real. If you look in some of these celebrities' lives, they're unhappy, and you're like, how? They got all the money, they got the fame, the videos, the this, the that, because it all comes back down to your soul's purpose. Like I say, we can dress up and play cosplay and do all this stuff, but are you happy? When you go to sleep, are you content with your life? Like if you left tomorrow, would you leave a legacy? Would you leave something positive for the next generation? And I think that's more important than inflation or self-recognition from other people. Peace and love. It's Rita J, and you're checking out 24/7 HH.